So a brand new Goodwill just opened up in town, and we're gonna go to it today. But first, we gotta go restock some of our antique mall booths, so stick around. We're starting off today at one of our 3 antique malls where we have a total of 4 antique mall booths. And here's the thing, now that we've got 4 of them up and running, it's kind of become a little bit more imperative that we get some structure to our week and start planning weekly on a specific day to go and restock our booths every week. Up until now, we've kind of gotten away with just, we're getting low on stock, let's just go restock them. But 4 of them is kind of the linchpin. 4 of them is like, it's just enough work that we've got to take a day to do it, or it's not going to get done. So you can probably expect over the coming weeks for us to find a rhythm in our week to make one video every week that's just antique mall stuff. Gotta go restock. I mean, we're probably still gonna stop at the thrift store today, but we have to get all of our booths restocked. Hannah's got a lot of new jeans and clothes to put in her booth here. I got a lot of toys for all 3 of our booths. We're gonna have a good work day today, I think is what's up. We got a little bit of everything: plushies, VHS, gaming stuff, giant R2-D2. Stick around, it's gonna be fun. So we have a lot of clothes for this booth. We don't know how yet, but we've been discussing how we might transition to more clothes or all clothes in this booth and do another dish booth elsewhere. We don't know. We don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna put a lot more clothes in here. That's a decision we've come to together. We don't have a lot of toys for the toy booth at this mall, just some trains and some Pokemon cards. So let's get her done.
Getting a lot more stuff in the booth today, and I'm pretty excited about it. The goal in our apartment is to get everything out of the house and get it into a booth. So that's what we've been working on, and I did just that for all the dishes, and I got all of my like odds and ends, things that I've been like hoarding because like they're almost a set but not quite. Maybe I can find more of them before I sell them, but really I just need to get them in the booth. So I'm very excited to get some more Pyrex in there. That's the only Pyrex I have right now. So we're gonna have to find a new space for them, but I'm very glad to get more in here. I got all my jeans in, and then all my my clothes as well that I brought some jean jackets since it's finally starting to cool off a little bit. Very happy with some of these pieces. A little lace shoulder detail. It's gonna be a good time. I'm excited.
All right, here we go. A few branded pieces today. These are the ones that'll sell really quick. There's some aftermarket stuff here that doesn't sell as quick, but I pretty much just keep it here so that whenever the good stuff sells out, it doesn't look like it's completely empty. But I need more of it. I can't ever quite get enough. There's never enough Thomas the Tank stuff. And there's especially never enough of this good stuff. I don't think this is branded Thomas Tank. It's another brand, but these kind of pieces sell really well for us. Really, really, really well. And I can tell people have been digging for this, so that's good. Get you some. Pokemon cards are so funny. When we started our new channel and started buying tons and tons and tons of Pokemon cards, we thought, well, it'd be very easy to keep our booth stocked with some Pokemon cards. It's actually been a little bit difficult because they sell so fast. I'll throw this hunk in there today, and over the weekend they'll all sell. This next antique mall is the one that we have the most to do in. It's Brass Armadillo number 2, at least that's what we're calling it, just because this is the second one that we opened a booth up in. We have way more stuff, way more stuff for this one than the other 2 today, but that's because it's the newest, and that's because it's still sitting half empty, and that's because this will be our first full weekend having stuff in a booth here. So very excited to see how the first full weekend goes. What do you think?
I'm excited. Hopefully it goes well.
but I'm feeling pretty good about it. Trying to fill that whole shelf of Star Wars stuff. Got some VHS in here. I'm gonna actually start selling some VCRs and CRT VCR combos. Try to make that a big hit. We'll see how each of those things goes, and then maybe we shrink down the Star Wars stuff and expand the VHS or vice versa. Just kind of gonna go with whatever works. We've sold a couple Nerf guns, but it's way too early since we've only had this booth for a week or so to really know how that's gonna go. But I also don't have like the best of the best quality. This is one of the better selling guns. That's one of the better selling guns. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But trying to make some of my game bag stuff work here. Hasn't really worked anywhere else, but this store is slightly more retro antique-y than the other ones we're in. We'll see how that goes. I think so far though we've sold the most Pez and Hot Wheels stuff. So if the Hot Wheels stuff keeps going, we'll definitely have to reconfigure for that. But we're good. I'm gonna be very happy that this booth is almost full for the weekend. Still a couple bottom row shelves that need some stuff in them, but we're moving right along. Last antique mall stop of the day, the other Brass Armadillo. Don't have quite as much for this stop as the last one, but I do have some more keychains to put on our keychain wall. The whole point of the keychain wall is for it to be so ridiculous and so many keychains you just can't stand and not look at it. Taking a little bit of time though, because it kind of takes some time to price them and really get them in order. Okay, so there's some really cool stuff to talk about at this booth. Last time we were here, our new neighbor that just moved into the booth next to us said she's got some Lego stuff she's gonna throw away and asked if we wanted it because she saw that we had Lego. And boom! Look at that!
It's beautiful.
Lego movie, look at that! That's even better.
Wow.
Wow. I don't know what we're gonna do with them, but I like them.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I mean that's really just decorative, but I think that could be somewhat functional on the back of one of my custom Lego tables. Okay, well, interesting. Cool.
I like it.
That was a cool freebie. We'll definitely have to tell her thank you next time we see her. Now, as far as restocking goes, I'd forgotten all about it. She's like, I'll just drop it off next time I'm here, and she sure did. The biggest thing I'm putting in here is this rather expensive R2-D2. It's about as big of a toy one as you can get, and they're pretty expensive on eBay, but this was pretty dinged up and stuff, so we marked it down a little. We're gonna put it in here. This kind of stuff is sold really well here for us. All the bigger, more expensive stuff. You guys remember when we set up this booth and I put in like expensive Captain America shields, and we started with like tons of expensive Star Wars helmets and stuff. They all sold in the first week, so I have every confidence this will sell. I think I'm gonna set them on the ground right up front. Make sure everyone sees them. And then Pokemon cards. Where are we putting Pokemon cards? We ran out of them last time.
Yeah.
We ran out of Pokemon cards last time, so I took the basket out they were in. So I guess I'm gonna put them front and center as well. So last week was when I got to work on setting up this keychain wall, and we ran out of pegs. So I brought some more pegs today, and we're gonna try to make this look a little bit more full. Spread these out. I've got some more to add. We have sold a few. We've sold about 15 or 20 of them. I didn't exactly count, but it was a lot. It was more than I thought. This is just another one of those things that, you know, we hope to make 40, 50, if we're lucky, $100 a month on. You combine that with several dozen other things that you do that with, and you make some money. But we've got lots of, you know, popular stuff, lots of random stuff, you know, NASCAR. There's a couple NASCAR ones here. Highlights, remember Highlights magazine, Deadpool, Rando teddy bear. There's a lot of this cutesy nonsense stuff. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Place photo here, cool, okay. Don't know what that is. Are we completely out of Care Bear stuff? I guess there's a couple Care Bear things, but our Care Bear stuff is sold out, so it's kind of slim, but Haven't sold as many Beyblades here as the other two booths. Alright, keychain walls a go. Eventually that pegboard is going to go down another level and all the rest is going to come off. It's going to be nothing but keychains, just keychain city. That's one of the big goals for this booth. Another one is to replace these little shelves with a big one and then start doing a couple shelves that are dedicated to singular things, right? I want to have a big shelf of, let's just say, Batman, right? And then a big shelf of just, I don't know, Lego, and I want to keep it down to very specific things and get some of the just clutter out. I don't want to go the clutter route. You certainly can. You can certainly fill a booth like this with just shelves and put tons of nonsense in it. It's a different strategy. So some will argue either or more or less effective, but we're just trying to go for very curated things in our booth. It's worked out for us so far. In our other booths, this one's just the messiest. This one's just the most miscellaneous, you know. But we're good. We're all set up now. All three booths are stocked for the weekend. Now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with these. I'm not sure yet, because like that one, I like that a lot, but it's too long to build onto the Lego tables I make, the custom displays I make. And that one's not the right size either. I don't know, but I want to do something with them. Yeah. Something decorative. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about the bonus Lego posters today? Can you hear that? Can you hear it?
What?
We're way on the west end of Phoenix, right by an air base. I mean, right by it. It's like right over there. Brand new Goodwill. You can see there's celebratory flags, decorations up. So today's trip to the thrift's not gonna be so much about what we find as it is just to see what a brand new Goodwill here looks like. I guess brand new Goodwills just have that fresh Air Force sound. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Let's experience this together.
Oh, look at this little cutie. Tiny little measuring cup. Oh, $5 seems like a lot, but it is a vintage Federal glass. It's broken though. Boo! It was cute.
Fresh Goodwill smell. Ooh, there are some games. $6. It's a lot. Lots of sports. Another foreign region game. There's been a lot of those popping up.
It's always really funny that the Goodwills all look the same, but somehow, some way, I do feel like I'm in a different Goodwill than I've ever been in before. Even though it looks the exact same as all the other ones I've ever been to. So, I don't know why, I just do.
The games were abysmal, but the toys look okay at a glance. Though I get a little closer and Nerf guns are missing pieces. No bueno. But let's look. Hopefully there's a nice bag wall. Though I don't know yet. Let's go. Yeah, there's some. It's not huge. It's not Savers level, but it's alright.
It's kind of cool to see that there are still sale tags. I kind of thought maybe since it was a new Goodwill that they would only have newer colors, but it looks like they just kind of take whatever and put it all on the shelves. So this one, $15.49, but it's a blue tag, and I think blue tags are $1 right now. So if it's $1, I'll get it, but if it's $15.49, we are definitely putting that back on the shelf.
I will say every section here is pretty well stocked. This is a bit ugly. Ooh, that's bad. But though it's stocked really well, I'm not seeing a whole lot I want to buy. We'll do some DJing.
Anybody seen The Hangover? Lol. So good.
We got Pink Panther and SpongeBob. I'm sure she already saw this. I'm sure she's already over here, but We gotta make sure. Where is she? She's over in the toys looking for Bratz dolls, I believe. Ooh. PlayStation 3 Fatso. I don't normally mess with these because if I ever take them home from the thrift, they don't work, but might be worth messing with. I don't know. We'll think about it.
It's a pretty big bag toy wall, which I like to see. I don't see a lot of dolls though, so I don't think I'm gonna find what I'm looking for, but maybe Dallas found something good. He's already been over here. It's just weird. Those look like Colby Jack cubes. Monster High gets me every time.
You probably already saw this, didn't you? Did you not see it?
I didn't see it, no.
Isn't he beautiful?
He is a work of art. He is a metal SpongeBob. This is a cute blanket. I appreciate what they did with this. It's a little too childlike for what I'm selling on my page, but I do like it. It's cute.
So we were headed back home, gonna go to a Goodwill back by the house to wrap the day up, but we ended up on this side of town in traffic. And when you end up on this side of town in traffic trying to get to the other side of town, it could take you the rest of the night sometimes. Not really, but rather than sit in traffic for an hour, we'll just go to the Goodwill bins for an hour.
Walked right in the door and found some Sherpa line denim, which I'm super happy about, but it is Phoenix, so they cut the lining out of it.
Ooh, very nice.
They're a little big, but they're vintage, so we're gonna get them.
Got a lot in the back, so I'm gonna do some clothes. You don't want any more leaves, do you? They're big and, yeah. Yeah.
We've struck a vintage bin.
You think good?
A little guest skirt, but I like this belt.
Are these no good?
Yeah, I'm getting those. This is my good pile.
Okay, those are clean.
They're nice. They're good wash. Oh.
Those look
Ooh. Yes, please. Some
special.
vintage jeans.
These look special, don't they?
They are. Yeah, I'm getting those. Faux-show. I love Bonjour.
I have brought some things for your consideration.
Oh, wow.
It's a lawman jacket and some tan Levi's. I've never seen a lawman jacket before.
Please fit, please fit, please fit, please fit.
Oh, baby.
Oh.
Oh. Trying to get your Oliver tree on.
Bull. Oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That's pretty.
It's a vintage romper. I've only gone through half of this bin, and I tell you, it's the most amazing bin I have had in a very long time. What? These are dope. Like Bongo, DNKY. Give you a quick peek of these, but we're gonna talk about these more later. I'm so excited.
That was a pretty good trip to the bins for how quick it was. I mean, we were in there 30, 45 minutes. We showed up after the rotation started, which is really bad for, you know, the electronics, the toys and stuff, because all that stuff will be picked through. But it's actually kind of good for the clothes, because most of the stuff we're looking for is the stuff that like potentially would get thrown back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We always do better with clothes than we do electronics when we show up late, but we did good. Look at all these jeans.
I'm so excited.
All right, well, that went pretty well. I bought a PS3, but it's buried under these clothes, I guess. I kind of explained this earlier, but not very well, but I've bought a dozen of these over the last year at the thrift store, and they've never worked. from the thrift store. Some of you guys might have better luck, so I'm kind of burned on them. It's okay because we can take them back. They allow you to bring it back if they don't work and change it for store credit at the Goodwill. So we'll just take that back if it doesn't work, but I figured I'd try one more time. But that's all I got that was worth talking about. I mean, I got a Nerf gun. These sell really well for me in our booths, and none of my booths have any.
Yeah,
so,
we're out.
Yeah, completely. So that was good. While we were in there, I found that guitar wall hanger.
That is very helpful.
It was in its package, so it was kind of nice. I don't know if I even got a shot of it. Did you see all the studio acoustic foam?
Ooh, no, I didn't.
There was a whole bunch of it. And you know, if you want to buy studio acoustic foam for your mixing room, your music room, or whatever, there's other uses for your office, it can get pretty expensive. And I like buying it in big bunches here because it weighs so little you don't have to pay very much for it. But I don't need it right now. I don't have a good audio room set up, so I'm not gonna hoard it up right now, but I hate leaving it behind.
It does hurt, doesn't it?
It does. But that's all I got. The rest is all you, because today was just a work day. We restocked. I didn't feel like we were gonna find much at the thrift after the first stop. And then we came here and it's the bins. So you did well. Talk about some of this special stuff you got.
I kind of stole the show today.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what's funny. I feel like most of the time, you're better at looking in the bins in the back and digging through them. I don't know, there's something wrong with my eyes. You do better in those, and then I tend to get extra lucky just walking around looking for clothes.
You do, it's silly.
I feel like both of us do it to each other. When we're at the bins, we both always find each other's best thing. I didn't quite do that today because I think these jeans you found that you can talk about here in a second were probably like the best thing. But like, I said that to say, we always get comments about like, hey, you guys should switch places and look for other people's stuff. And we've joked about doing that kind of episode, but every time we go to the bins, I feel like we should, because it would still be pretty miraculous, because we'd find so much stuff for each other.
It's really true. Like, he always walks up to me and goes, hey, what do you think about this? And I was like, woo!
Well, I brought this and a pair of Levi's to you, and I was hoping the Levi's were special, but they were too big to be special.
Yeah.
But I knew this was special, because Lawman jeans are like one of your main things.
They are. All these clothes that I got today, and this is my favorite thing. It's a little small for me, but I might just suck it up and wear it anyway, because it is just...
It's good.
I love this brand. Well, the only thing special about it is these little buttons.
Yeah, and Lawman always does that to the side of their jeans.
Yeah.
You probably wouldn't have to look too hard at a regular Goodwill to find a pair of jeans that match this.
Right, and I've sold 5 or 6 pair of this exact one.
Yeah.
They put them right here on the edge.
Yeah, it's a pretty standard thing. Now, definitely keep it if you want, but when you get tired of it, we should pair it with a pair of those jeans and sell them together.
Heck yeah.
Someone will lose their minds.
They will. So that's probably my find of the day for personal likes, but I got a ton of vintage dresses and shirts.
Okay, I see. Shoulder pads.
It's fall, so now these like little blouses and everything would do really well on my page, but I also am throwing a little bit more in my booth right now. Okay. I just put a bunch in it, so I don't need to stock it too far right now.
We're trying to work harder on selling clothes at our antique malls. We've been talking about it for weeks now, and we're actually gearing up to take her dish booth and make it a little bit more clothes than it is. And some of this stuff, I'll be interested to see what you choose to put it in.
Yeah. Your
Depop page or in there.
Oh, this is just beautiful. Anytime I can find denim jumpsuits or rompers from any vintage era, I just lose my mind. It does have some sun fading going on that might have to address.
Yeah. Well, if that were in good condition without the sun fading, just off the top of your head, you were going to post it on Depop right now. How much would you post it for?
Probably about 50 bucks.
Okay. I never quite know, and this is important to add to what I said earlier. You and I kind of are better almost sometimes at finding the other's thing. But we're not always the best at making this decision. Like, if we went out by ourselves, I'd probably come home with the wrong stuff. We're not good at making the decision at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because, like, sometimes I'll see something like this and think, oh, I've seen you sell this for $100.
Yeah.
Of course, sun fading aside, I'm trying to explain, like, I don't know the value of the clothes like you do, and you don't know the value of the nonsense. Close your door. Someone's trying to leave. You don't know the value of my nonsense like I do. So,
true.
So I don't know how that episode would go if we ever did that. But I try to casually ask you that sometimes, because there's special stuff in here that like people will be surprised it's value. Have you talked about these yet?
Not yet.
Let's go ahead and jump to these, because this Every now and then also, though, you'll post something and I'll be like, are you sure it's not worth a little more? What did you say these are roughly worth?
We kind of talked about maybe doing 80 on
At
them,
least, yeah.
Because, okay, so Guess jeans, there is like a group of people who absolutely love them.
Yeah.
And so they will sit for a while, but the people who love Guess jeans will lose their mind over this.
Yes,
so.
like these are super special. You picked these up and I looked down and I was like,
You knew.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how well this shows up on this camera, but there's like what do you even call that?
Paisley.
A print? Is it printed? Is it pressed in? Is it burnt in? I don't understand really.
That is a good question. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like a form of acid wash.
Maybe. Yeah, because like it's not through to the inside, so it's definitely somehow applied to the top.
Yeah.
Rather than woven in. It's not woven, but yeah, you're right. It's kind of a paisley, and like this, you definitely have to at least start at 80. I might even say like it may be pushing it, but put it up for 100 and take any offer over 75.
Yeah.
Because that's among the more special things we've brought home lately.
Anytime the Guess little triangle is there, it's a good day.
Well, there's different levels, you know. Are they slightly older? Are they super vintage? Are they special? Do they have the triangle? Guess jeans are all over the place.
They are.
But we sell them pretty well.
And sizing goes into effect too. Like if they're a 34, that's a little bit harder to sell to than a 26.
Right.
So it's funny.
All right. You really like these when you pick them up, but I don't understand what they are.
I don't know either, but I like them. Like, look, don't you just want your back pockets to say Boss?
Yeah. Oh, so they are Boss jeans.
Yeah,
okay.
they're a brand. I've never heard of this brand. But...
Well, I've heard of Boss jeans. We've never tried to sell them, but you're just stoked because of the embroidery.
Rad. I don't know.
I will say they are very Depop.
They are.
They very much so. Another pair of bongos. We haven't had any of these in a while.
No. They sell quickly for a little bit, so they're always a good pickup. And then I've never picked up a pair of these before, but I couldn't leave them behind.
I remember these DKNY.
DKNY. They are a little bit more. They're like
Donkey.
Ralph Lauren.
Doc me.
Maybe a little higher. But they were just 90s and they're super cute. I bought a couple more generic jeans than I usually do.
It says donkey if you're dyslexic like I am.
The Lawman jacket, and then this beauty here. This is the first thing I picked up.
Okay, it's a Sherpa. So
it is. Right
off the bat on Depop in the winter, if we post almost any denim jacket with fur lining.
Yes.
A Sherpa is the technical term,
yes.
Yeah. That's not a branded term? It's not like...
No, it's...
Sherpa, copyright Levi or anything like that?
No, Sherpa is lamb's wool.
That's all? That's what that means? Okay,
yeah,
I didn't know that.
it used to be made out of that. Now it's not.
Okay, yeah. Now it's synthetic?
Yeah. But this is a Wrangler one. I've never actually tried to sell a Wrangler one because I've never found it before. But someone had cut the lining out of it.
And this is kind of a sad part of this. It used to be lined entirely with that.
Yeah.
Do they even line the sleeves with it or no?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, but not always.
Yeah.
But someone went in there and ripped the seam out all the way and took all of the.
They did a good job with it.
Well, it's gonna look like a Sherpa, but not be as warm.
Exactly.
So someone will still buy it, but we're not gonna get as much as we would otherwise.
Right. There's pluses and minuses.
When we find a Levi Sherpa, big boom.
Yeah. It's a quick sell for at least 75 or 80.
When we find a regular Sherpa, level down, medium boom.
Exactly.
And any other brand Sherpa, little boom.
Little boom. Baby boom.
But boom is good no matter what kind of boom you get. Good analogy?
It's not even
it's not even an analogy, it's just nonsense. What are these? Genera?
They are some generic brand jeans, but I liked them.
So whenever we show you guys something and we're like, oh, I don't know what this is, well, we go home and before we post it on Depop, we look it up on Depop. And every now and then we come across a brand of jeans that we don't know what it is and we realize, holy crap, it sells really well.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of what we do reselling so much nonsense is that like, there's almost nothing in the bins that you can't sell somewhere.
Right.
It's so random, and there's just so much. People like to comment sometimes, oh my God, I can't believe you don't know that's worth money. And it's like, that's not a realistic understanding of the way this works. There's 1,000 things you're looking at in a thrift store you have no idea are worth money every time you go. We have the added benefit that we have thousands of eyes watching with us, so sometimes we'll collectively know more. But yeah, I'm not saying these jeans or these generic jeans are worth anything, but the number of times we go home and look that stuff up and are like, oh God, it's kind of crazy. And that's how you learn. That's how you learn right there. DK, all right, what else did we get, boss?
I got some Levi's to cut up, so that's pretty good.
Big boom, little boom, medium boom.
Well, once they're finished, big boom.
Big boom. I didn't even mean to buy this, I don't think.
That's funny, but I feel like it's a good purchase.
Oh yeah, well this will sell in our antique mall. The Rocky Horror Picture Show on VHS, of all things. I feel like that'd be a fun way to watch it.
Probably. How many times have you watched it?
I saw it in college once. That's the only time I've seen it.
I feel like that's all you really need to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's memorable. You're not going to sit around going, what happened?
No. There was some space things and some...
There were some things.
Some weird stuff.
There were definitely some things. Yeah, that was cool. That was probably my useful find of the day. Is that all we got?
And I got a piece of Corningware. It was $1. Yay!
It was $1 at the new Goodwill.
Yes.
Which is a strange thing because it's been open for a couple days.
Yeah.
And so when and where did they price things, and
that eludes me as well.
Do they just print out stickers? Well, I will say, and I kind of thought about talking about this while we were at that brand new Goodwill we went today, which I guess we should wrap up this video talking about that Goodwill. It's always nice going to a brand new one. Completely unfamiliar layout, never been in there. There's nothing familiar about the Goodwill. But I have been told by an employee at one point that they hoard a bunch of stuff at other Goodwills in preparation to open a new one in town.
That's kind of what I thought would happen.
And there's 100 and some Goodwills in town, so I don't know how many do that, but probably like the local ones or something, so that when it's time to bring it all over, a truck just goes around and picks it all up. I don't know. This is all kind of just assuming. But you could tell, like, everything in there was packed out really well. They wanted to have a good first couple weeks. There was, the electronics section was just like 1,000 CD players, DVD players, you know, and it was cool. And there was definitely, they tried to have some video game stuff there, and the toy bags were all full. And so that's always good. It's always worth it to hear when they open a new Goodwill, which happens a few times a year. At least it has since we moved here. It's always good to go to them at open. So I'm curious if you guys watching, anybody has any stories about going to a brand new Goodwill and having a different experience, or buying something super awesome because they were overstocked. Definitely love to hear that in the comments below. But what did you think about it?
It was kind of refreshing walking into a Goodwill that I'd never been in before.
Yeah.
Even though it looks the same.
I'm almost glad though it didn't like knock my socks off. I noticed walking in there were no lock boxes.
Yeah.
Which is only important because here they stopped using, like, all the Goodwills here have lock boxes, but they have signs saying temporarily out of use because of COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
So that being said, it was interesting to see that now they've opened a new one. They didn't even bring any in. So I'm wondering if they're just going to, for the immediate future, just stay away from it. I don't know. It's tough to say because some Goodwills here are still using them. Not very many, but some. So that was like an important thing to note. But I was kind of glad it didn't knock my socks off because it was very out of the way of where we go.
Yeah, for sure.
It was 30 minutes away from anything we ever go near. And there's not a lot of Goodwills around it, which is why they put a Goodwill there. You know, it makes sense. So we won't go out of our way to go to it. If we're ever over there for a reason, we'll go. Yeah. But I don't plan on going back soon. But let's talk in the comments below. How often where you live do they open new thrift stores? Has it happened recently? I mean, obviously with COVID, lots of plans of things opening probably haven't happened. But here in Phoenix, where we have 100, there's hundreds of thrift stores, 100 and something Goodwills. You know, obviously it's happening a little bit more here than maybe smaller towns, but there's other people watching in bigger towns. I'm curious how that goes. Do you just roll down the road sometimes and go, oh, new thrift store?
Oh, hey, Goodwill.
Well, guys, hit the subscribe button, pretty please. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs before the year's over. We're probably not quite going to make it, but we're going to get close. We'll get real close with your help, or we might just get there. So hit the subscribe button, log into your grandmother's Gmail account, hit the subscribe button for more. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. It was a joke. It was a bad joke. What else before we get out of here? There's a new button below all our videos. It says join. Click on it. See what that's all about. We're typing up some thoughtful and in-depth posts. Hannah and I are taking turns talking about kind of life as a reseller and life, what's going on, and there's a community tab when you join that you'll have access to, so check that out, see if that's something you're interested in. Lots of weird reselling thoughts, and not really tips and tricks, not a lot of that, but more so just like things we've hard learned from reselling at antique malls and stuff. Also, before we go, there's other links below this video. Check out our merch store, as I say, our trash store. That's what it is. Tindo'sTrash.com. I'm forgetting something. Discord. It's been a good couple weeks over on the Discord. I don't know what it is. I think it's just we hit a really big spike while we were on our road trip, and a lot of you guys started watching in and around there and kind of came over to the Discord since then. And now everyone's kind of settled in, and the people that just weren't going to stay around for too long didn't stay around. But now the people that are there, it seems very established. So there's lots of regular people there chatting daily and stuff. So come over there, share what you've thrifted. If you've been to the bins like we were today recently and bought anything cool, come share pictures over there. Because you can't post pictures in the comments here, right? Boo YouTube. Yay Discord. Little boom, big boom. That's it though. Have a big boom day. And come back tomorrow, because we do post big boom videos every day. So until tomorrow, don't look at me like that. Until tomorrow, peace out. Oh, hold on. Wait. PS3 works great. I guess I finally got lucky with one. Big boom.